the parish president's remarks and report. Mr. Jewell.
Thank you, Chairman. Go ahead and get started here. This first slide on the television screen here that you see is the AMA pump station. That was a project that was identified as a need. We actually modeled it as a part of the drainage master plan to make sure that it was going to show an improvement in the AMA watershed. And so you can see that they've been working for almost 2 weeks now, getting everything out there and starting to do the sheet piling work to add these two pumps at this location. The construction cost for this project is $2.7 million, and they'll be going and discharging onto the other side of the railroad tracks. All right, next is Primrose Canal. We've been doing some work on Primrose Canal that's kind of been desperately needed to get the center of the canal. As you can see, they're not re-sloping and reshaping the entire canal, but where sediment has built up in the center and created high spots, they're going in and fixing that and making sure that the necessary high spot, which is right past Wade Street, where water flows one way and then flows another, and if it gets too high, it kind of goes towards the bigger pump station, is correct. And this is obviously the parish council passed a engineering contract to start the process of sheet piling this canal in various phases. So while that's being done, obviously the canal needs a little TLC. So that's ongoing, and I believe, Mike, how far along are they? I know they were about 60 or 75%. Yeah. So about 60 or 75% complete, and they just have a little ways to go. Okay. Next, the Holy Rosary drainage ditch. This is a ditch that drains behind the apartments on Keller Street, as well as by River Road. So we're making improvements to that ditch and making sure that it is flowing the proper way. There was actually a lot of water building up both behind the apartments and by Holy Rosary on the side of the church. So this work is ongoing and almost complete. All right, Bernard Street ditch. This is just some normal street sweeping on Bernard Avenue in Ama. Okay, you see some asphalt repairs going on in Paul Frederick in Luling. You also have one on Murray Hill Drive, and then one at Ellington Court in Luling. So these are all just being done as regular maintenance of our roads. Okay, next, as Councilman Fonska mentioned, is the ramp at the Edward A. Dufferin Community Center. They poured the concrete on Saturday morning. It's still curing. And this project will not be complete until the hand railings come in. So you can see on the picture there that there's going to be hand railings on the side and down the center of the ramp there. So we want to make sure that before it's opened up that those handrails are in and that everything is compliant to the Americans with Disabilities standard. And those handrails will be in soon. They're being fabricated. All right. Waterworks. If you ever want to know what the inside of a water tank looks like at one of our yards, our waterworks yards, this is what they look like. And Suez is the company that's been working to thoroughly clean the inside and outside of water tanks at both the east and west bank. That project's been going on for a couple of months now. All right. We will be having a St. Charles Parish Day at the Capitol. We've invited various groups from the Port of South Louisiana to many of our industry partners to come and help host this event with us. And it's going to be at the barracks next to the Capitol in Baton Rouge on Tuesday, May 10th, starting at 11 a.m. To 2 p.m. We hope that our St. Charles Parish Council can make it. We'll also be sending out formal invitations this week, but these save the dates did go out a couple of weeks ago. And this will be I should just go back real quick. This is the first time that we're hosting a St. Charles Parish Day at the Capitol, so we're excited for this to become an annual event. And I should just say that we're going to have food from Gonzo's Smokehouse. We're going to have Santos. We're going to have fried catfish, because obviously St. Charles Parish is home to the catfish capital of the universe. We're going to show all of our legislators and administration officials what a great place St. Charles Parish is. Okay, new waste provider started today. This is Riverbirch Renewable Energy. They are collecting trash, as you all know, with a hybrid system of both fully automated and semi-automated trucks. Additionally, they are providing one additional boom truck than what we had previously to kind of help us service that bulk waste material. Today was their first day. I know that they were still out there around 5 p.m. They're new drivers, and obviously they're still getting used to these routes. And from what I'm hearing is that they had to get out of the trucks a lot today to turn trash cans around to grab them. We've put out a lot of information about putting your handles to your house. We put it out in the water bill, on Facebook, in the newspaper, pretty much everywhere we could possibly put it out. So if you're at home right now watching the council meeting, we want you to make sure that you place your handles to your house so that that driver doesn't have to get out of the truck to service your can. And we know that there's going to be a little bit of a learning curve for these guys, but we know ultimately it's going to be a great service. And we hope that you remember to put your handles to your house, and that if you have any additional waste or garbage that cannot fit in your can, please place it in a bag on the side of the can and do not put it on top of the can, because the truck cannot grab that bag with it on top of the can. So again, handles to the house. We would like for you to be 3 feet away from any additional cart that you have or a mailbox. And then bulk waste service will be every other week as it has normally run. Okay, Parks and Recreation. The Parks and Recreation have a host of activities open for registration and information right now at the SCP Parks and Rec website. That's scpparksandrec.com. Cornhole is for all age groups. Registration closes Friday, May 6th. This was a very popular event last year, which was the first year that it's been done. So it's back by popular demand, and we hope that we have another full crew, and we hope to grow this event. It's great to see the folks at the Edward A. Dufferin Community Center, 100, 200 people at a time doing cornhole. And due to a high demand for the senior trip to Hollywood Casino on May 18th, the Department of Recreation has opened a waiting list for seniors interested in participating. If enough people sign up on that waiting list, they will secure an additional bus to take seniors to that Hollywood Casino trip on May 18th. The last day to join that wait list is May 10th. So please call the Parks and Recreation office if you are interested in participating in that, and that's for our seniors. Summer registrations are now open for the Oshner's Sports Agility Clinic, basketball camp, baseball camp, and softball camp. That registration runs through May 31st, and these camps, for the camps and the clinics. For more information about any of these activities that are going on right now, we want you to visit scpparksandrec.com or call 985-783-5090. Okay? This week, we will be announcing the brick program for our Veterans Memorial Plaza for our loved ones who were veterans, and for family of those loved ones to be able to honor a veteran. Each brick will cost $150 and will be placed in memory of a veteran at the memorial. We do ask for proof of service for your veteran, and that can be anything from a DD-214 or just a picture of them in service, but we want to make sure that all the names on these bricks will be for veterans. And you can see in the picture there on the right that all of that indented area, that is where bricks will go. So there'll be a nice kind of entrance of bricks, as well as running the length of the memorial. I think it's around 3,500 bricks that we can put in there. So certainly enough to service our veterans in St. Charles Parish. The money that we get from doing the brick program will go into not only maintenance of the park, but also to hold events, veterans events at the site. So that the additional money will not only pay for the brick, pay for the installation, Any additional money will help cover all the proceeds will help covering maintenance of the park and the events to be held there. So more information on how to buy these bricks will come out later this week. Events this week, West Bank Trailhead ribbon cutting. So that's going to be tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. All the residents are invited to join us, as well as the council members, to cut the ribbon at the West Bank Trailhead. The trailhead is adjacent to the Mississippi River Overlook, right off of River Road, across from the West Bank Bridge Park. This area will enhance our experience for walkers, bikers, and tourists with its gazebo, handicap accessible ramp, bathrooms, and bench seating, and more. We've already been seeing as we pass, people are utilizing it. It is a great addition to that hub around the West Bank Bridge Park. Additionally, it is going to be a much safer option for people who are utilizing the Mississippi River walking path for walking or biking or jogging, to not have to cross River Road to go use the restroom. The DeSalmans Boat Launch Town Hall is also going to be tomorrow evening, starting at 6 p.m. at the Edward A. Dufferin Community Center. We will hold a town hall meeting for all residents to come out and see the preliminary design of the boat launch, which will go on the Chevron property that was donated to the parish last year. And we want the residents' input. Obviously, we're not so far into the design where things can't be modified, but we want to show residents what it's going to look like and get their feedback on this boat launch. We hope it's going to be a world-class boat launch that'll attract fishing tournaments and attract tourists into St. Charles Parish. This Thursday, May 5th at 11 a.m., all are welcome to join on the front lawn of the courthouse under the gazebo for the National Day of Prayer. This is the 70th annual National Day of Prayer, as President Harry Truman signed it into law in 1952. And this year's theme is Exalt the Lord. So we hope you come out to that as well. That is at 11 a.m. and until it finishes. It usually runs about an hour. And that's, again, Thursday, May 5th, 11 a.m. in front of the courthouse. Hurricane Preparedness Week, May 1st through 7th this week, is Hurricane Preparedness Week. So I'm encouraging all residents to create a plan, create an emergency evacuation plan, create an emergency kit, keep critical documents like birth certificates, social security number, important documents, keep them together so that if you have to leave in an event of emergency, that you can take those important documents with you. And if you're wondering, now is the time to trim your trees, not when the cone of uncertainty is on St. Charles Parish and we're trying to get debris picked up. So if you need to trim trees, if for some reason Hurricane Ida didn't trim them for you, do it now, please. Next is, I should also say that we want you to also sign up for SCP alerts to stay in the know during emergencies. Obviously, we use a system where we can text the entire parish about emergencies, but we still want our residents to sign up for those SCP alerts. That way they'll get important alerts during emergencies and important alerts like putting your handles to your house before trash starts. We like to use the motto around the EOC, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. So we want everybody to stay ready. We want to give a congratulations to our finance department, and they have received the Distinguished Budget Presentation Award by the Government Finance Officers Association of the United States and Canada for the 10th consecutive year. So congratulations to Grant and all of the ladies in finance. Okay, sales tax numbers for the month of March. We're up 5.59% from last year, which is $225,297.48. And then lastly, job openings. The personnel office will be at the River Parish's Community College United Way campus in Booty tomorrow afternoon to highlight some of the current openings and the benefits we have in St. Charles Parish. But currently we have several open positions: animal control officer, carpenter, council administrative aide number 1, distribution maintenance and public works, in waterworks, equipment operators 1, 2, 3, and 4, grass cutters 1 and 2, groundskeepers, laborers, part-time housing inspector, pump technician helper, shop mechanic helper, utility billing clerk, wastewater tech 1. For more information, contact the personnel office at 783-5000. St. Charles Parish has great benefits and is a great place to make a career. If you work for the parish, and make a career of it, you can definitely retire very comfortably because of the great benefits we have. We offer a pension. If you go ask a private business what a pension is, they'll probably look at you like you're crazy. But we do offer pensions. And frankly, it is a tough challenge right now, just in parish government, but everywhere to find employees, as Bob was mentioning. It's hard to find contractors who have employees right now. I actually was told that there's over 200 openings just in public works in Jefferson Parish. So we're definitely not the only ones experiencing it, but we're working as hard as we can to try to get those positions filled and provide great services to the residents. And that is the end of my report.
Thank you, Mr. Jewell. Ms. Gordon?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chair. The Holy Rosary drainage ditch, are they going all the way to the railroad tracks for cleanup?
It's the railroad tracks? Okay. Yes, so we are looking at, right now, that existing ditch is made to catch water and bring it around into a drainage ditch that actually runs through the sugarcane fields there. So right now, it's servicing River Road, and it's also servicing the backside of those apartment complexes and kind of that general area. As a part of the master plan, we are looking at reestablishing a ditch that was along Wagon Wheel and Trails Way, and reestablishing that ditch. But that I don't believe is part of this project, and but I'll double check just to make sure I'm correct on that.
Mr. Jewell, how those handles go one more time?
That's handles to the house.
Thank you, Mr. Jewell.
Same trash days, same cart, handles to the house.